Now at 5, Missourians will get a chance to decide the future of sports betting in the state this November. Plus, Joplin officials gather for the dedication of a juvenile justice center. And
former President Trump is interviewed by Elon Musk on his social media platform X. I'm Natalie Brand with what he told Musk and how the Harris campaign is responding.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Missourians will vote on 2 constitutional amendments this coming November, including one on sports betting. This is KOIM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. KOIM's Melissa Alexis joins us with more.
The Missouri Secretary of State today validated the proposed constitutional amendments to appear on the state's November ballot. They were added after an initiative petition acquired enough signatures. One of those proposals would allow people to place bets on professional sports teams. Casino operators would also be able to obtain a license. Missouri's professional sports teams have supported the proposal. The proposed amendment would establish a 10% wagering tax that would go towards educational organizations. If it's approved, it would become effective no later than December 1st of next year. A total of 38 states and the District of Columbia allow some form of sports betting. Those include Missouri's neighboring states of Kansas and Arkansas. Another proposed amendment added to the Missouri ballot concerns abortion. I'll have more on that tonight at 6.
Melissa, thanks. If you plan to vote in November, now is the time to register. Take a look. These are the deadlines to register for November 5th. Missouri has the first cutoff for registration in our area. That's October 9th. In Oklahoma, you have until October 11th. In Kansas, it's October 15th. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, we got some showers and thunderstorms during the morning hours for us today, which was very much needed rain. It's kept our temperatures down this afternoon. 82 in Joplin, 80 in Pittsburgh. Most of us are dry, but with the clouds and the showers, cooler, especially the areas that have seen the rain, 70s and 80s. And then you get to about 90 once you get through northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Most of the rain is out of here, so we look pretty quiet as we go through the evening hours. But look at this, heat advisory returns for all of us as we go into the daytime hours tomorrow. And here's the reason why. Look at our heat indices. They get up there tomorrow, 108 to about 112. We do it again on Thursday, also about 108 to 112, but at least through the evening hours, we look pretty good as we slide back through the 80s into the 70s. We're going to look at that heat and additional rain chances here in just a bit.
Catch in a few. Community members gathered today in Joplin for the dedication of the Senator Ron Richard Juvenile Justice Center. The facility opened in 2019 and provides short-term detention for young people waiting for a detention hearing, placement with youth services, or release to legal guardians. The building consolidates all of Jasper County's juvenile services, including detention, alternative education, courts, and administration. The Juvenile Justice Center is now named in honor of former Joplin Mayor and Missouri Senator Ron Richard, who died in June of 2023.
I can't think of anybody else who would be better to have somebody name a building after than Senator Richard. He absolutely deserves this honor, and it's a big privilege for me to be part of this service here today.
Jasper County officials say the facility was designed with the ultimate goal of diverting young people out of detention. Freeman Health System in Neosho, Missouri is reopening its gift gallery after a 4-year hiatus due to COVID-19. The gallery previously supported many charitable foundations. They also donated more than $100,000 to the surrounding community.
So today we are celebrating the reopening of the gift gallery, and we have some wonderful new items, and we would really love for our community to come in and join us and check out what we have in our gift shop.
Officials say the gallery was being used as a negative pressure area for patients who were concerned they might have COVID. Former President Donald Trump's much-anticipated conversation with Elon Musk on X got off to a rocky start last night. It was delayed more than 40 minutes because of technical difficulties. But once it got underway, the Republican presidential nominee discussed a wide range of topics, including last month's assassination attempt. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
Actually did something that was impossible.
In a 2-hour interview with Elon Musk on the social media platform X, former President Donald Trump recounted last month's attempt on his life and said he'd be back in that same Pennsylvania county in October to campaign.
What was it like for you?
Not pleasant. I didn't know I had that much blood. The doctors later told me that the ear is a place that is a very bloody place if you're going to get hit.
Musk, who also owns Tesla and SpaceX, reiterated he's backing Trump and said he wanted to reach independent voters.
You are the path to prosperity, and I think Kamala is the opposite.
With the race tightening, Trump stepped up his attacks on his Democratic rival, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Third-rate, phony candidate. She's incompetent. She hasn't done an interview since this whole scam started.
In response, the Harris campaign said in a statement that Trump's entire campaign is in service of people like Elon Musk and himself, quote, self-obsessed rich guys who will sell out the middle class and who cannot run a live stream in the year 2024, referencing the event's technical difficulties.
The Harris campaign says the vice president has been working on her economic agenda and will roll it out this Friday during a speech in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Campaign officials tell CBS News she will make tackling inflation a, quote, day one priority and will also take on corporate price gouging. Wednesday, former President Trump will also be speaking in the battleground state of North Carolina on the economy. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Meanwhile, CBS News has learned the FBI is investigating whether Iranian hackers targeted individuals associated with both the Trump and the Biden-Harris campaigns. Sources say the agency launched the probe in the early summer after both teams experienced attempted phishing schemes targeting campaign officials. Chicago says it's ready to host the Democratic National Convention next week. At a news conference today, city officials joined members of local law enforcement and the Secret Service to discuss the added security measures in place for the convention that begins Monday. Chicago's police superintendent added there will be resources in every neighborhood, not just the ones around the convention area.
We will ensure as a police department that people who are protesting and exercising their First Amendment rights get the opportunity to do that. We will protect them and we will protect the neighborhoods.
There will be a number of street closings and parking restrictions in effect. Still ahead, an expanded relaxation menu.
Spa treatments while traveling are a lot more than massages and facials these days. I'm Wendy Gillette in the Maldives. I'll show you what's changing.
And next in Health Watch, we're going to look at the benefits of different dairy products and how much is too much dairy. Topping today's Health Watch, doctors are still having a difficult time diagnosing long COVID, in part because there's no standard lab test that provides useful results. Researchers from the National Institutes of Health studied more than 10,000 adult patients enrolled in a long COVID trial. Data suggests many of the symptoms are due to ongoing inflammation rather than the presence of the coronavirus. British researchers say they've developed a stretchable power source called a jelly battery that could be implanted into people's brains to help the body heal. Scientists say the sticky solution could be a game changer for treatment. Tina Krause has that story.
Scientists in England are putting a spin on traditional medicine with a powerful recipe.
And as you can see, it's very soft and stretchable, just like jelly, really.
And that's why researchers at the University of Cambridge call this the jelly battery. It looks like a sticky Lego made from hydrogels, which allow it to stretch to over 10 times its original length.
With about 5 of these stuck together, we can then make the hydrogel power source.
Scientists took inspiration from electric eels, which stun their prey with powerful pulses.
By mimicking the electric eel, we were able to make a power source out of these hydrogel materials, which are both soft and stretchy, sort of like our brains.
Researchers say the goal is to implant it for therapeutic treatment.
They can last over several days or weeks, outputting power to power these devices for things like deep brain stimulation, for trying to cure diseases like Parkinson's.
And the stretchable source of power is designed to work in other parts of the body too.
If you were to have them at particularly robust places like joints, these are areas where you feel real force within your body, and having a material that can withstand that is really important.
While it could be years before the jelly battery is used inside bodies, scientists say they're confident the idea will stick. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
In addition to their softness, researchers say the jelly batteries are surprisingly tough. They can withstand being squashed without permanently losing their original shape and can self-heal, sort of, when damaged. How much dairy is too much? Well, it's up for debate. For many Americans, about 10% of all calories come from dairy. Current guidelines suggest 3 servings a day to get that necessary calcium and vitamin D, and choose low-fat options. Experts say it's true you can get those particular nutrients from plant sources. Dairy might be helpful, though, for other cardiometabolic reasons.
Milk, for example, is linked pretty clearly to lower risk of high blood pressure, lower risk of stroke, and cheese, and especially yogurt, is linked to lower risk of diabetes. And all dairy seems to be linked to greater muscle mass and less fat mass.
Doctors say nutrition science, like other sciences, is always evolving, but like your grandmother might have said, everything in moderation. That is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, the latest data from a key inflation gauge.
Plus, the heat's returning. Heat advisories back in effect. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, of course, temperature is pretty good over the past couple days. We got some rain in here, which was nice. It was fairly widespread. Kept our temperatures down for today, but not the rest of the week. Check this out. We're back to heat advisories in effect. So this is going to be on Wednesday. You can see pretty much the entire area except Benton County, Arkansas, in heat advisories for tomorrow. And this is due to those high heat indices that we're going to see across the region. In fact, watch this tonight. Warm front lifts through, so we get the southerly winds which start to kick in. As that front continues to lift north, it keeps any rain, mainly across central parts of Missouri. But by the noon hour, you can see here's 12 p.m. Most of us low to mid 90s, and then most of us will go to about 97, 98 degrees for afternoon highs tomorrow. So it is going to be hot. It's going to be very humid across the region, so our heat indices are going to be up there. Heat index tomorrow, anywhere from 108 to about 112. And then let's go into Thursday. We do it again, those heat indices up there again, about 106 to about 110 across the region. So yeah, it's been a little bit nicer over the past couple days, but that heat definitely returning. All right, day planner 75 to start, 90 by noon, 95 by 4. Quite a bit of sunshine. I think our high temp right around 98 degrees. Plus, it's still going to be breezy. We're going to have southerly winds. We'll have gusts 20 upwards to about 25 miles per hour. They stay up there tomorrow night. And then on Thursday, still breezy, but those winds will come down just a little bit once we get into Thursday afternoon. All right, looks good right now. Here's a nice shot. This is Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Of course, Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri, where we've had the clouds and the rain, upper 70s to near 80, and then you do approach 90 once you get into northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Still a lot of clouds. Here's 7th and range line sitting at 82, south winds at about 10 miles per hour. Through the evening, slide back through the 80s into the 70s. Pretty quiet night. I think most of us will bottom out 71, 72 degrees. Of course, we got some rain. Look at this at the airport, almost an inch. We still have a deficit of 4.5 inches, so we are dry, but it was good to get fairly widespread rain. You can see most of Kansas into Missouri where you see the yellows. Those areas picking up 2 to 3 inches of rain. Our far southern counties, not much. Most of this action is out of here now. We're going to stay pretty quiet as we go into the evening. Showers rolling across southern parts of Missouri. Big dome of high pressure, so we continue to get these weak waves which rotate in, and that's what we're going to see as we go through the rest of the week. Let's jump into tomorrow night. Here's midnight. Thunderstorms affecting our northern counties and a random shower to start Thursday. Most of Thursday is going to be dry, but Thursday afternoon, a few isolated storms again. Look at our highs, mid to upper 90s, and then hit and miss storms again as we get into Thursday night and Friday, which, hey, we need the rain across the region, even though it's going to be hit and miss. All right, 98 tomorrow. We are going to go an alert down. I need to put that banner up. 97 on Thursday, hit and miss storms, 97 on Friday. We stay hot really through the next 10 days, and not a lot of rain. So very August-like, even though it's been cooler over the past few days.
Yeah, it's about time August started looking like August,
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess
Even
so.
if we don't like it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doug. Coming up, how resorts are stepping up their game when it comes to rest and relaxation. Topic today is Consumer Watch. Here's some good inflation news. The Producer Price Index showed price hikes slowed in July. The index is a key inflation gauge measuring average price changes seen by producers and manufacturers. The federal government reports the PPI was up 2.2% for the 12 months ending in July. That's a significant pullback from the 2.7% increase registered in June. Big Lots is closing more than 300 locations across the U.S., or about 4% of its stores. Follows an earlier warning by the company its future was in substantial doubt amid ongoing financial troubles. During its most recent earnings report in June, the discount retailer said it planned to close as many as 40 stores. In a recent regulatory filing, Big Lots said it would increase the number of closures to 315 stores. Spas are offering a lot more than massage these days, especially those in popular destinations. Many are focusing on overall wellness and new ways to help visitors relax and recharge. Wendy Gillette takes us to a few of them.
And what is the result?
Hand Okagbasev recently visited the Corinthia London Hotel's new London Regenerative Institute.
I just realized 1 year ago that I have no plan for how I will age, my longevity, my own health.
The Regenerative Institute is an addition to the hotel's Espa Life Spa, offering a more intensified approach to tackling aging with screenings and treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy.
In a spa like this, a decade ago, people came for a massage or a facial, but today they are looking for more result-oriented treatments.
More than 7,000 miles away, treatments in tune with the Hawaiian moon calendar anchor the offerings at the new $55 million open-air Kilolani Spa at Grand Wailea, a Waldorf Astoria resort on the island of Maui.
The Halo Pro rituals that are based on a 10-day celestial moon phase. Each one of them has a specific oil.
The Maldives, here in the Indian Ocean, is also increasingly becoming a destination for expanded wellness treatments, including here at Kagi Resort. At the resort's overwater spa, there's sound healing, waterside yoga, and a holistic approach to wellness and fitness. What it calls Pure Life.
Well-being and being well is body, it's mind, it's soul, and it's also your spirit.
Another Maldives resort, Vela Private Island, one of those we stayed at for a special rate, goes even deeper with its well-being center, offering osteopathic and Ayurvedic treatments, an alternative medicine with roots in India.
We are the only ones in Maldives to have osteopathy, and we are the only ones with the combination of Ayurveda and osteopathy together. Ayu means life, Veda means knowledge.
A wellness screening details a guest's current state and which treatments would be most effective for healing, including a 4-handed massage to double the relaxation. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
A final check of the forecast next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, how one Catholic church is combining forces to meet the needs of a growing congregation. Then on KOAM News at 6, we're going to see how abortion laws in Missouri could change in the November election. Plus, charges are officially filed against a former Kansas police chief following a raid on a newspaper. And it's day 2 of high school football practice in Missouri. We're going to hear from the Carl Junction Bulldogs about the upcoming season. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. Normally it wouldn't be big news to say that it's going to be very hot in August, but it hasn't been unusually hot so far this year.
No, really the past week has actually felt pretty good, but we do have an alert day tomorrow, and this is going to be the high heat indices, 108 to about 112. Actual temperature 98, 97 on Thursday. Some hit-and-miss storms as we go through the next few days, but staying hot.
We could use some more hits on those storms. Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next. And of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.